Amy, thanks for joining us. Pre-season is almost at a close now. How has this 8-week period been for you and the team?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really enjoyable. Feels like we've been in it forever now, but we've managed to get a large piece of work done. The application and the effort has been very good, so really looking forward to seeing it come together this weekend.
And how important has it been for you to
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're back. The start of Amy Merrick's first full season in charge. And of course, there's only one thing on the agenda. Promotion back to the Women's Super League. Merrick's has had a full summer to imprint her philosophy on this squad. A 6-day tour of Spain in pre-season, 5 new exciting signings through the door, and supporters have flocked back to St Andrews to witness a new era of women's football here at Blues. And with everything going on behind the scenes here, the unprecedented investment we've been seeing and the unwavering support from our new owners, optimism in this women's season is sky high. Well, first tests don't come much tougher than this. A real marker to open the season with as we welcome Sunderland, the team that found themselves embroiled in that 3-horse race for promotion last season from the Women's Championship. The Black Cats were certainly the surprise package last campaign, ultimately coming home in 3rd, but after finishing the season previous second bottom of the division, it shows just how far Mel Ray has taken this Black Cats side. Well, for Blues, 3 new signings make full debuts in the 11 this afternoon. Northern Ireland international Rebecca McKenna, Ashanti Akpan on loan from Super League champion Chelsea, and striker Tegan McGowan from Charlton starts up top. So Lucy Thomas in goal, fresh off her campaign last season of 9 clean sheets, just pipped to the Golden Glove by Claudia Moen. McKenna, Lawley, Heron and Holloway, Ag, Akpan and Fuso, with Yuri, Lucy Quinn, all in support of Tegan McGowan up top. As for Sunderland, Demi Lambourne in goal, Brown, Goodard, Westrop and Stapleton, Fenton, Flannery and Deere, Kitching and Emily Scarr in support of Eleanor Dale. Shell Foster in the middle today, as Westrop and Ag carry out the coin toss, and Blues will fire towards the Tilton in this first half. A glorious day for football. The sun is shining, and our quest back to the Women's Super League starts here. Blues women are back. We're back at home. The beginning of Amy Merrick's first full season in charge, one filled with optimism, excitement and expectation. A gorgeous afternoon in the second city. St Andrews at Knighthead Park drowned in golden sunshine as we look to make a bright start to the campaign. We are live across YouTube and Facebook. Blues women are back, and it's Lucy Quinn who get us underway here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park in staggering golden sunshine. And Blues immediately looking to get themselves on the front foot. Amy Merrick's in her programme notes has said that so much hard work has gone into imprinting her philosophy over the summer period. Of course, she had 2 games in charge at the back end of last season, a win and a defeat. She said those weren't just gimmies, those weren't free passes. As Blues look to wake the way up down the left-hand side early on. Fuso in a heavy collision on the edge of the penalty area, and Blues have won themselves a throw-in high up the field. Holloway making tracks down the left-hand side. Her cross ultimately hits the side netting. Bex Holloway, a recruit last season in a second spell at Blues now, either side of spells across the pond in the USA. is Demi Lambourne for the Black Cats. Big gloves to fill for her. Claudia Moen, of course, who start brilliant campaign in goal. Helped Sunderland to that third place finish last season. She's made the trip across the northeast to Newcastle, Claudia Moen, so replaced by Demi Lambourne, two-time championship winner. Knows what it takes to succeed at this level, and Heron's lost it down the Blues' left-hand side. Robbed of possession by Kitching, and Kitching swings in the first cross of the afternoon. Eludes everyone in the middle. It will break to the edge of the penalty area. And a first save for Lucy Thomas to make, who signed a new one-year deal this summer. The Blues number 1. Holloway, seen plenty of it in these early exchanges. Lawley, another Blues player, had a brilliant campaign last season, a handful of goals to add to her standout performances, but Blues again have surrendered possession at the back. Is Dale looking to make the most of it? It's a ball flashed across, and arriving at the back post was Kitching. Hesitation in the middle from Blues allowed Kitching just to steal around the back, and Lucy Thomas had to throw her frame in the way, and Sunderland win the first corner of the game. That's 2 chances from crossing positions now for the Black Cats. This one came down the left-hand side. Dale stole in, and then Kitching just ghosting round the back. The save had to be made by Lucy Thomas. Blues under pressure early on, though, here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Katie Kitching, the Kiwi, from this right-hand side. The referee, though, Cheryl Foster, noticing Samaji Baji in the middle. Fuso at the centre of it, along with Goodard. Referee also having a word with Lucy Thomas as well. Tony O'Neill barking orders from the technical area. A new goalkeeper coach, as Blues prepare to defend the first corner of the game. It's driven in. It's a Sunderland head that got there first, and the save had to be produced by Lucy Thomas. Well, it's Sunderland having the better of it in the first 5 minutes. And Adele stealing in on the penalty spot. And Lucy Thomas had to react, tipping over the crossbar into the Gil Merrick. But an early siege for Blues to weather. Kitching again. This one deeper. The Blues head that gets there first this time, and Fuso helps on its way. Choyuri giving chase. Breaks for Kitching. Skips past the challenge of Tegan McGowan, but robbed of it by Fuso. Fuso couldn't find Yuri. Jessica Brown in the way for Sunderland, and the Black Cats can mop things up at the back. Well, Sunderland boasted the second best defence in the league last season, pepped only by Charlton, who were in that 3-horse race with them for promotion. Of course, Crystal Palace ended up running away with it in the last few fixtures. Only 18 goals conceded. Only 4 of those came away from home. So you can just see what a tough test this is for Blues to open the campaign with, but it's one so far that we've been resolute in facing despite early Black Cat pressure. 0-0. Niamh Heron, who picked up 2 awards at the awards ceremony at the end of last season, Players Player and Young Player, just to highlight what a stellar first season she's had in blue. This today facing against her former club, of course. First action going forward from McGowan as she drives forward, and there's Ag. And put on to Yuri, who can swing it across. Quinn is waiting, unmarked at the back stick. Nods across the 6-yard box. Heroics on the line from the Black Cats. And now they look to mount their own counter charge. It's bravely in by Heron. And it's neatly tidied up as the game just threatens to spring into life here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Chances at either end. Lucy Thomas forced into 2 saves for Blues. Meanwhile, Lucy Quinn carving an opening for the home side. Remains 0-0 on the score sheet. And there's McKenna, Rebecca McKenna, who was one of those 5 summer signings, joining after leaving Charlton the back end of last season. 43 caps for Northern Ireland after making her debut 6 years ago. Makes the number of Northern Irish internationals in the Blues squad up to 3, including fair on the ball now, Holloway. Driven ball to Lawley, just eludes the centre-back's first touch. And Ag caught on it and fouled. As Blues look to play things from the back. Immediately, Tegan McGowan's only got on the ball once or twice, but you can instantly see the talent that she brings to the side. Another one who signed from Charlton after 6 years in the Chelsea Academy. She's in field of Heron now. Here she is. McGowan. Nice feet. And lovely reverse ball. That's cut out at the back by Sunderland. Driven in. And Lambourne had to be brave. And now it's broken for Scar. And here's Dale. And there's the flag from the official on this side. And then a Dale who joined Sunderland from Everton in January, dropping down from the Women's Super League. Before that, she did make a name for herself in the USA, scoring 28 goals for the Nebraska Huskers. And getting a whole host of rewards as well while she was at it. The Sunderland number 9. Her job now to apply pressure to Gemma Lawley. She makes tracks up to the halfway line. Driven into McKenna. Come out by Sunderland in the midfield. And Dale has her heels clipped by Lawley. And it'll be a free kick to the Black Cat. So chances at either end. Lucy Thomas forced into 2 impressive saves. First from Katie Kitching, then from Eleanor Dale from the resulting corner. Meanwhile, Blues have carved an opening. Taking McGowan at the centre of it. Cross swung in by Cho Yuri. Nodded across by Quinn. It took some heroics on the line by Sunderland to scramble the ball away. Good opener this so far. It's Sunderland who win the flick on through Amy Goodard. And safely into the hands of Lucy Thomas is Fuso, joined last season from Manchester United, the Brazilian international. And that's a brilliant run and a brilliant ball to find Lucy Quinn. Big chance here for Blues. And Quinn makes no mistake. And Blues are up and running for the season in style. Ivana Fuso, certainly the architect, steaming down the left-hand side. Really intelligent run by Lucy Quinn. Timed her run to perfection. The flag stayed down. Brilliant ball to find her, to carve the Sunderland defence apart. And Lucy Quinn had all the composure in the world to pick her spot. A kiss off the post for good measure. And inside 10 minutes, Blues get their account up and running for the season. And we lead by a goal to 0. Brilliant ball by Fuso. Quinn still had so much to do. Stormed into the penalty area, kept her composure. The coolest head in St Andrews at Knighthead Park, and we lead by a goal to 0. Well, Lucy Quinn grabbed 2 goals last season, a whole host of assists, but she's turned from provider to scorer so far in this campaign. 10 minutes into the 24-25 campaign, and we lead Sunderland by a goal to 0. Holloway squeezes the ball down the left-hand side. Heron. Another way by Goodard. Flannery with good composure in the midfield. There's Brianna Westrup. And Scott's at the back for Sunderland, the captain. Started every league game last season. And Sunderland now looking for a response down the right-hand side. But it's Jenna Deere who's just strayed offside and receiving the return ball from Katie Kitching. Well, we had a pretty decent record here last season at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Only lost 3 home league games, keeping 4 clean sheets in the process. And it's the dream start to the campaign as far as numerics is concerned. In the blistering sunshine here in the second city. Lucy Quinn handed the reins as the sole striker. And she's already repaid that faith of her manager. Here she is again. And there's Ag. And Yuri is away down the right-hand side. It's a brilliant ball to find her. And Yuri into the penalty area. And she can't hit the target. Another defence-splitting ball. This time Lily Ag. Show Yuri, show blistering pace to get round the back of the Sunderland back line. The weight on the ball was perfection. Yuri showed a good burst to get away from her marker, just couldn't hit the target. Blues so close to 2 in the space of 4 minutes. There's probably, of course, plenty of time left in the game, but the impetus certainly on Sunderland. And Mel Ray to get themselves back into proceedings. They started off brightly, carving the opening chances, but it's been Blues have been clinical so far. Ashanti Akpan on loan from Chelsea, who's looking for some neat interplay in the middle of the park. Here she is again, the 18-year-olds. Someone Amy Merricks became very familiar with in the England under-19 setup, convincing the Blues boss to pursue her signature on loan. Ashanti Akpan. Here's Akpan again. Brilliant feet. She can find Fuso, a little congested on this near side, the left. Lofty ball over the head of Quinn and can be sliced to safety by Westrup. It really was a surprise package last season from Sunderland. Season before last, they finished second bottom of the Women's Championship. And then it was only a poor run-in from Sunderland where they took themselves out of the promotion race, winless in 3 of the last 5 games, which all but handed the title and promotion to Crystal Palace. In search of their second Women's Championship, as it's hoisted high into the second city sky by Niamh Heron. The loose ball breaks for Cho Yuri, who, along with Cho So-hyun, joined midway through last season. And impressed with her flair and flexibility down the right-hand side. Holloway's ball just eludes the frame of McGowan. But Blues certainly tightening their grip on proceedings as we tick over the quarter of an hour mark. We lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of Lucy Quinn's opener after 8 minutes. Heron. McGowan comes short. That's a great touch to escape Jessica Brown, and Brown just clips the heels of the Chelsea Academy product. Acres of space for Holloway, plenty lining up in the middle. It's Holloway's ball across the 18-yard box. It falls for Akpan, who tried a luck from distance and forced the save from Demi Lambourne. Shanti Akpan, plenty of venom in the effort, arrowing towards that bottom corner. Decent stop on the Sunderland goalkeeper. Lambourne, who was in goal for Crystal Palace last season when they won the championship, keeping 7 clean sheets. Now looking to emulate that achievement on Wearside this season. Heavy touch by McGowan, presents possession to Fenton. Blues though have wrestled it back. Holloway thought she was impeded, as does her manager Emmy Merricks, but nothing doing. It's a neat flick in field. McGowan though alert and carrying out her defensive duties for the side. Shielding away from Katie Kitching. There's McKenna. McKenna, who of course was part of that 3-horse race last season with Charlton, played all 22 games in the Women's Championship with the Addicts, as like Sunderland they were pipped to the title by Crystal Palace. Is Fuso. McKenna. McKenna can't find the feet of Yuri. Scar just held back by Northern Ireland international. She was looking to make headway down the left-hand side. Ag leading the press for Blues, but this is Brown for Sunderland, squeezing down the right touchline. Across comes Heron. Brown's delivery. Thomas was pretty confident that was heading over, just straight to the net on its way. That's the Gil Merrick. Sunderland though threatening to mount a response to Lucy Quinn's opener. There's Quinn, who latched onto a brilliant ball through Ivana Fuso to fire Blues into the lead after 8 minutes. That's the goal that continues to separate these two. Quinn. McGowan breaks away and pulls the trigger. Just got under it. Tegan McGowan searching for goal on debut. You can certainly see the flair that she offers this Blues side. Always looking to make something happen when she's on the ball. Tegan McGowan did score against us last season for Charlton in the Conti Cup. 1-0 defeat back in November. You can certainly see the frenetic style of play that Emmy Merricks has got going here at Blues. Looking to shift the ball quickly and go on the front foot as soon as we can. Sunderland have certainly carved out a fair few chances in the early exchanges. Blues, though, have been a lot more clinical. That's why we lead here by 1-0 as Choyuri just receives a blow to the head. Of course, on the road for the first time this season. Next week, a trip to Bristol City before we're back here against Pompey, side in the Women's Championship this season. Before a trip up north to Durham. And it's coming thick and fast now at the start of this 24-25 season. Of course, the League Cup then gets underway here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park with a visit of Super League side Brighton Hove Albion. Before that, though, Blues, of course, still have 70 minutes of football to play and a 1-0 lead to capitalise on. Got a free kick on the far side to do just that. Agger, as is Gemma Lawley. Heron stayed at home. Ag, McGowan, Fuso, Agpan waiting for the delivery by Lucy Quinn straight into the arms of Demi Lambour, who received a bit of blow for her troubles. And, McGowan just getting a brief ticking off by the referee. No part in that. Choyuri back on the field and okay after that collision. Goodard. Nicely done by Sunderland. It's this near side for Kitching. And this is Brown. And the teasing ball into the 18-yard box. Easily fielded by Lucy Thomas. Lawley. Quinn, Lily Ag. You can see the idea, searching for Holloway, can get a height on the ball, desired, it's picked up by Sunderland. But like Blues, their execution, right to scratch, and Deer searching for, and the Dale. Can you find the hands of Lucy Thomas? Blues lead by a 1-0 here on Blues TV. Lucy Quinn opening our account for the season. Holloway, McGowan. Go the long way round. Jessica Brown, right back stands her ground. In the club for 8 years, Jessica Brown, and Sunderland right back, after joining the Black Cats aged just 13. She's got the tough problem of dealing with Fuso and McGowan this afternoon. Holloway makes first contact, brought down by Fuso. She's nudged off the ball. Lambour pushes forward. McKenna looking for Yuri, surrounded by red and white shirts. Somebody who put the ball into touch. Thomas. Brilliant pick out to find Holloway, can burst over the halfway line. It's Kitching in hot pursuit. Heron. Nice combination with Quinn. Heron can waltz into the middle. Nice and confident from Blues. Lordy asking a lot of McKenna. Stapleton steers away. A Scar is held by Lawley, fouled by Lawley. Looking for a spell of retained pressure to mould their way back into proceedings, leading by a goal to nil. It's nicely done here by the visitors. And Dale's touch just escaped them. Done by Holloway and Thomas can clear her line. So it's good pan. Lily Ag. Vital touch from Gemma Lawley. Down in the Dale looming. There's Ag. Space now for Curable. Charges infield from the touchline. Ag's continuing her run, instead dropped it off to Lucy Quinn. Brilliant control by Fuso to invite the challenge. And now Blues have a free kick in a very threatening position. Fuso, great deft touch, they the ball into her body. Another one taken away. Sunderland body. Last season from set pieces, looking to express a different threat. Lawley offering her right foot, Quinn her left. Gemma Lawley just got under it. New centre back, catch it. She would have wanted it. Sails over and into the Tilton. Nice feet from Kitchen. That's her side throwing. Some instructions from her coach, Mel, who has played for North East Titans, so to speak, Newcastle and Sunderland. She's managed at both of them as well, assistant manager at Newcastle in her career. Holloway, pressure from Kitching. To mount some sort of control and then relinquishing the other. It's all got a pass fight. So, statistic of all. charging down the right-hand side, linking up with Yuri. Took decent cross into the middle, but Liliag still had so much to do. The ball played slightly behind her, and just used the fight of the ball to carry it over Demi Lambourne. And Blues lead the Black Cats by 2 goals to nil. Liliag, 6 goals from midfield last season, off the mark this afternoon, and Blues now in firm control at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Sunderland, though, look to strike straight back with a corner, but it's a goal that included everything we've heard being talked about in the build-up. This frenetic play, this one-touch, two-touch football. Amy Merrick's wanting to play with high energy, high intensity, moving the ball from left to right, and it's a goal that exhibited just that. But the execution from Liliag to loop it over Demi Lambourne was sensational. Sunderland looking to strike straight back. It's Goddard who makes first contact in front of Lucy Thomas, but Blues win the free kick in their 6-yard box. Lawley. Liliag, who was another beneficiary of the awards and the awards night end of last season. Plenty of times up on the stage, and now off the mark for the 24-25 season. Liliag has been a standout performer since joining from London City Lionesses last season. It's a super header that gets better every time you watch it. Super technique. So Blues the 2-goal buffer. Defending this set piece now. Fielded by Holloway. Yuri got there first, goes down. Nothing doing by the referee. Just as Blues looked like they were threatening to mount a counter charge themselves. So Quinn and Ag on the score sheet, and we lead by 2 goals to nil. And the way this first half has gone, Sunderland came out the traps flying, created a few chances, thwarted by some good saves by Lucy Thomas, but now they're looking to come through again, delivered into the penalty area, swept away by Akpan. And the resulted shot well fielded, easily fielded by Lucy Thomas. But Sunderland have come out the traps, the better side in the first 5-10 minutes, but Blues, once they settled into their rhythm, we've been in firm control, and since that opener from Lucy Quinn, added to by Liliag after the half-an-hour mark. It's Blues who have looked largely comfortable in proceedings against the team who finished 3rd in the Women's Championship last season and pushed winners Crystal Palace all the way. Holloway. Akpan. Holloway thwarted by Kitching. Kitching, who has had to track back just as much as she's meandered forward so far this afternoon, much as the thorn that Bex Holloway has been in her side so far. Here she is again. Can't find McGowan up top. Stapleton's pass intercepted by McKenna, and this is Quinn. McKenna Onto Fuso. McGowan pointed. Fuso obliged. Swept up by Sunderland, but it's a great take and turn of pace by McKenna in the build-up. Here's Yuri. McKenna, who stayed forward. Dale. Just for a second spotted Lucy Thomas off her line. I think thought about the spectacular. Instead rolls it out wide here to Jessica Brown. Brown's delivery is looping, and it's an easy claim for Lucy Thomas. The condition of the ball been brought into question. I think we're going to need another one, but it's been nothing but positives really so far for Amy Merricks in her first game in the first full season in charge. 2 goals without reply, apart from a shaky opening 5 minutes or so where Blues conceded a handful of chances to the Black Cats and were saved by Lucy Thomas. Blues have been in full control of the football and have benefited with 2 goals of their own. Quinn and Ag on the score sheet. Here's Holloway. McGowan spins away brilliantly and can burst into the penalty area. McGowan into the middle. There's Yuri. There's 3-0. Blues are blowing the Black Cats away in this first half. It's a dream opening game so far for Blues women, who are running riot at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. A 3-goal buffer. At the centre of this one, Tegan McGowan, the new recruit. Brilliant turn down the left-hand side, burst into the penalty area, picked her head up and picked out Cho Yuri, who did the rest, slotted home, and we lead by 3-0. Blues 3-0 up in 35 minutes. Away by Heron. Sunderland free kick. Desperate to get themselves on the scoreline before the half-time whistle. Brave by Thomas, hit by Dale, over by Eleanor Dale. Well, Blues have been nothing but clinical in this first period. 3 big chances and 3 goals. Ashanti Agpan, Quinn, Ag and Cho Yuri on the score sheet. We are romping Sunderland by 3-0. And we've rarely got out of third gear. Tegan McGowan as well, just showing her potential, her energy. Brilliant spin away down the left flank. Picked out Cho Yuri. And Cho Yuri picked her spot to perfection. It's a good battle going on down this near side. The Blues left between Holloway and Kitching. The two just exchanging a few words as Sunderland win a throw right in front of Amy Merricks. Sunderland looking to build something down the right-hand side, but Blues in total control. And now Fuso, and look at this blue wave flooding forward. Fuso just couldn't find Yuri to capitalise, and Sunderland turned the ball back over. Kitching seeking Dale, but Heron expertly placed to intervene. Quinn caught late. And the Blues looking to make a statement on the opening day. 3 goals in a dominant first half. And you could see that after the 3rd goal, Yuri swept home. Sunderland just carried out a team talk on the edge of their own penalty area. They are well and truly rattled by what's happened here in the opening 40 minutes at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. This is something that they were not expecting. A team that pushed Crystal Palace all the way last season, and albeit for a poor run-in at the end of last campaign, were in the firm driving seat at times to win that promotion spot to the Women's Super League, ending their 8-year absence. It wasn't to be for them. And this afternoon they've been well and truly shell-shocked by Amy Merrick's new look Blues women's side. Heron looking for Holloway, cut out at the back by Sunderland. Yuri now berating. Lambourne away. Blues getting to every second ball at the moment. Tails are up, wind in the sails. It's one of those games where you don't want half-time to come. Yuri latched onto the loose ball. Tegan McGowan, Blues looking to do more damage before the half's through. It's McGowan! Just flashes past the far post. Blues in cruise control in this first period. Tegan McGowan looking for a goal on debut, and she wasn't too far away. Brilliant take into the penalty area. Left 3 Sunderland shirts in her wake. Just flashed across the face of Demi Lambourne's goal. And we'll have 4 minutes of additional time. 4 more minutes for Sunderland to endure what has been a first half of sheer Blues dominance. McKenna. Lawley with the ricochet, wins the throw in.
And we've got 4 minutes of extra time.
Fuso, it's a great take. It's a last-ditch challenge. Fuso goes down in the penalty area. McGowan charging down Sunderland at the back. It drops for Akpan. And it's tidied up by Holloway. But Fuso has looked a bright spark. Every time she's got on the ball, it's something we've come to expect, that Brazilian flair. Just picking up positive pockets of space and looking to exploit this rattled Sunderland side. Choyuri. Holloway. Blues looking for a fourth. Holloway stands up into the middle. There's Quinn. And down, just cannoning off of Stapleton. Yuri. Yuri, sensible play back to Heron on the halfway line. 3 minutes into the 4 added on. And this first half, plenty of food for thought for Mel Ray, the Sunderland head coach at half-time. A team that only conceded 4 goals on the road in the league last season have already conceded 3. Holloway into the middle, just eludes Yuri, charging in at the front post. It's a relentless siege by Blues to finish off a dominant half. And Sunderland, with a bloodied nose, up against the ropes. Holloway. Yuri finds McGowan in a pocket of space. McGowan just overrunning and running into traffic. There's Quinn looking to bend one. This one fielded by Demi Lambourne. Well, there's the half-time whistle. And how's that for a statement to the Women's Championship? Not even Amy Merricks would have dreamt of a better first half to her first full season in charge of Blues. We've put 3 past a shell-shocked Sunderland and looked in total control whilst doing it. This, remember, Sunderland, a team that only conceded 4 goals away from home for the entirety of last league season. Blues have already exhibited our class in putting 3 past the team who finished 3rd in the Women's Championship last season. Lucy Quinn got us up and running after 10 minutes, expertly found by Foussard on the left-hand side. And she was the coolest player in St Andrews, picking her spot with a kiss off the post for good measure. 20 minutes later, Lily Agg connected to a Choyuri cross to lift her header over Demi Lambourne to double our lead. And then 10 minutes before half-time, Choyuri rubbed salt in the Sunderland wounds, putting the icing on the cake of another devastating move. Tegan McGowan at the centre of this one, putting it on a plate for Yuri, who slotted the ball home for 3. And it's Blues who lead Sunderland by 3-0 at the break. Second half, just round the corner here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park.
Have you got to do some filming?
Yeah, I think we're going to some half-time announcements. Liam to be. Could you get us another back?
said football isn't for everyone. They said football isn't for us. A different team, but still our blue. They said we're not strong, skillful, fast. They said no one watches, that no one cares, that there's no history. We say, see for yourself.
Do you know?
Players back out for the second half here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Well, this summer has certainly been the rebirth of the Blues across the whole club, and the women are certainly included in that. 5 new summer recruits, a change in philosophy, a change in mentality, and a dream first 45 minutes of the new season for Amy Merricks and her women's side. We lead Sunderland by 3-0. Remember, this is a side in Sunderland who at times last season were in the frame very much for promotion to the Women's Super League. And today, in the first 45, they've been blown away by a clinically impressive Birmingham City side. No changes at half-time for Blues, unsurprisingly. So Thomas starts in goal, who made 2 crucial saves in the opening 10 minutes or so, as Sunderland came out much the better side in the opening exchanges. McKenna at right back, who set up Lily Agg's first of the season, the second of the afternoon. Lawley, Heron and Holloway, Liliag, Akpan and Fuso, and then Shoyuri and Lucy Quinn, both in the score sheet, with Tegan McGowan on the left. As for Sunderland, Lambourne in goal, Brown, Goodard, Westrup and Stapleton, Fenton, Flannery and Deere, with Scar, Dale and Kitching, who have had Sunderland's best chances of that first half, only to see them thwarted by Lucy Thomas. And Blues looking to pick up where they left off, with Holloway charging down the left-hand side. Her ball into the centre, cut out by Westrup. And here she is again, the Northern Irish international. And to slide it through for McGowan. Akpan, who's thoroughly impressed on debut, looks so calm, so assured in the middle. The youngster on loan from Chelsea. A signature that Amy Merricks was desperate to obtain after her time in the England under-19 setup. But the ball very much in Sunderland's court to start this second half brightly, if they have any hope of taking anything away from St Andrews at Knighthead Park last season. Blues unbeaten against Sunderland last season. A draw here and a win on Wearside. And now in the driving seat at the start of the second half, leading by 3-0. Quinn, Ag and Yuri on target for Blues. Blues TV live across Facebook and YouTube, as Heron brings us over the halfway line. That's a great ball to find Holloway, bursting to the byline. Holloway's ball across, Yuri shows an interest, but Lambourne gathers at her near post. Hoisted forward by the Black Cats. Heron in the foot race with Dale. And here is Lucy Thomas for Blues. Yuri. Lawley. And the pressure from Scar. Thomas forward again. There's Quinn, who has already played as a number 9 in her career with Blues. But Amy Merricks has put her faith in her this afternoon, and she's rewarded her manager in some style. Didn't quite get the rub of the green last season, Lucy Quinn. Got a handful of assists in the opening 2-3 months of the campaign. But has got Blues off the mark this afternoon before the floodgates opened in that first half. McKenna under the boots of Lucy Quinn. McKenna in field to Ag, who can turn out. Shanti Akpan trades passes with Heron. Akpan into McGowan, who was one of the standout performers in that first half on debut, after being a standout performer in pre-season for Blues. Holloway again turning on the afterburners and wins our first corner of the second period. Really bright start from Blues in the opening 3-4 minutes. So corner kick. Blues profited from plenty of these last season. And it's Quinn across, right-footed. It's a decent delivery. It's Goodard, the towering centre-back who rose above the sea of red, white and blue to get the first contact. Sunderland looking to mount a counter charge. Niamh Heron, who is just so calm and composed at the back in all situations. Niamh Heron takes the ball away from the on-rushing Kitching. And Blues look to build down our right-hand side. Stapleton just sold Scar a little short, but Scar has bundled her way through. Lawley comes sliding in. Referee plays advantage with Dale charging down the left-hand side. McKenna across to meet her. Dale's delivery into the middle. Nobody home in a red and white shirt. And Thomas can gather, and now the referee, Cheryl Foster, can see to the Scar, the recipient of that heavy Jamie Lawley challenge. Lawley into the feet of Quinn. Yuri, it's something that Quinn has been really effective at this afternoon. And Fuso links up with McGowan. Brilliant feat. Surely taken down by the goalkeeper, and that's a penalty for Blues. And a yellow card for Demi Lambourne, but Blues picking up where we left off in that first half. Tegan McGowan expertly played through the midfield. Fuso spinning and finding McGowan. Took it into her stride. Too quick for the goalkeeper. And Lambourne brought down McGowan. And unselfishly, McGowan has handed the reins over to Lucy Quinn, who has already opened her account this afternoon. Quinn from 2 yards, from 12 yards, to equal her goal tally last season in the opening game. Lucy Quinn scores! 2 for Quinn, 4 for Blues, and Blues sending a message on the opening day of the Women's Championship to the rest of the division. We're here for one thing and one thing only: promotion back to the Women's Super League. We lead Sunderland by 4-0. And Lucy Quinn is on a hat-trick. And here's Fuso. Blues in the mood for more. The pullback is taken away from Ag. And here's Scar. One back high by McGowan, who won that penalty. Well, Sunderland would have come here opening day of the Women's Championship season after just missing out on promotion last campaign. But to capitalise on that finish here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. But instead, for them, it's damage limitation at this stage. It would take something close to a miracle for Sunderland to get anything out of this contest this afternoon. And Blues again are tearing the Black Cats apart down the right-hand side. Hoist up into the middle. Helped away by the Black Cats. And Mel Ray going to make her first throw of the dice. She's seen enough. Her side trailing by 4-0, played off the park in every department. So Mary McAteer, Welsh international, is going to be introduced at the expense of midfielder Hera Flannery. And it's just not coming together for Sunderland. Since that chance from the corner, it seems a lifetime ago now, in the first half, in the opening 5 or so minutes, Lucy Thomas has been a spectator like the rest of us in the Birmingham net. Fuso just overran it at the last, and Jenny Lamborn can come out and claim, but Ivana Fuso, so impressive, so elusive, so difficult to stick a leg in at the expense of conceding a penalty at her. As Yuri, tenacious as ever. And Blues women have invested heavily in the summer. 5 signings to the door, catching the eyes of all teams in the Women's Championship. Of course, Birmingham City are now the envy of all teams, whether that be the men's team in League One, the women's teams in the Women's Championship, the youth teams. You know, with the project that we're building, the investment that's gone into Birmingham City in the past year or so, and this, a culmination of that and a real statement of Amy Merricks and her women's team. This is a Sunderland side who rarely put a foot wrong last season, only conceded 4 goals away from home for the entirety of the last campaign. Opening day, they've conceded 4 here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Yuri, brilliant footwork to waltz her way past a whole host of challenges. And she can release McGowan down the right-hand side. McGowan bursting in field. Finds Yuri, looking to return the favour to McGowan. Just about smuggled the ball into her, but it ricochets out for Lambourne. McAteer, 6 goals last season for her in Sunderland colours. Brought on, I'm sure, as Mel Ray looks to turn the tide. Sunderland free kick. Fenton standing over it. Fenton hoists into the penalty area. Flicked on, and a clash of heads. 2 Sunderland bodies on the deck. You know, strength in depth is something that hasn't been a luxury to this Blues women's side in recent years, but you look to the bench. You've got Martha Harris and Ellie Mason to come on at fullback. Louise Quinn with her wealth of experience. WSL winner, of course, with Arsenal. Christy Harrison-Murray, another wealth of experience on the bench as well. Shiv Wilson recently returning from injury, and Cho So-hyun on the bench as well. So as strong as this Blues 11 has been, and how much they've dominated proceedings against Sunderland this afternoon, they still have a whole host of talent that they can call upon from the bench. It's frightening for any potential opponent, really, in this division. A real concern for Westrup, the Sunderland captain, who's the one on the deck. Back to her feet now, but not looking comfortable whatsoever. Problem with the left leg, it seems. And a thumbs up given by the medical team to the bench, so the Scottish international seems to be able to continue. Continues to look more and more uncomfortable by every step, Brianna Westrup. So we'll see what the Sunderland bench decide to do as she goes for a little sprint down the touchline. A shake of the head by the Sunderland captain. I think that might be her afternoon coming to an end. So from the bench is Grace Eade. So an enforced change for the Black Cats, just to add insult to injury. 4-0, barely got out of first gear, and now they've lost their captain and their stalwart at the back, Brianna Westrup. And she'll be replaced by 18-year-old Grace Eade, product of the talent club here. Great talent club at Sunderland. As McGowan escapes down the left-hand side. Agpan, Fuso round the corner, brilliant by Blues, just couldn't put the final piece of the jigsaw together. Fuso was caught in the build-up, and Blues unable to take advantage of that extra player advantage while Westrup was off the field, and now that change can be made. So Grace Eade will take to the field. So a free kick for Blues. Not within striking distance. It's a reverse ball. It's well worked. It's McGowan. There's Ag over the top. Big chance for 5. Well, McGowan just ghosting in left side of the penalty area. Sunderland left her all alone. Probably the most threatening player that's been on the pitch for the past 60 or so minutes. Tegan McGowan. Lucy Quinn rolled it into her. It's a strike beaten away by Lambourne. And Lily Ag on the follow-up, could only head over the crossbar. It remains 4-0 to Blues. Holloway in bravely. Here's Fuso. The transition has just been frightening from Blues all afternoon. And here we come again. Blue shirts flooding forward in the penalty area. McGowan sets up Fuso. There's Yuri. Fuso, it's 5! Ivana Fuso makes it 5. The Black Cats' demolition continues. Blues merciless. Ivana Fuso gets in on the act. And the football on exhibition, absolutely outstanding. 1 touch, 2 touch in the penalty area. And Ivana Fuso providing the finishing touch. Rolls into the bottom corner. And Blues lead Sunderland by 5 goals to 0 on the opening day.
And that one was number 13, Ivana Fuso. Well done.
And only now, when Blues are 5 goals to the good, as Amy Merrick looks to the bench. And what a bench to look to. Christy Harrison-Murray coming on. And just before a number was going to be called, Ivana Fuso gets on the score sheet, opens her account for the season. So Yuri and Fuso off, Harrison-Murray and Libby Smith on. Smith looking to capitalise on the 5-goal tally she achieved last season. She will take the mantle up top, and Lucy Quinn will shift onto the right of that front three. And the way Blues are going, with 25 minutes to go, this really could be a cricket score. Not coming together for Sunderland whatsoever this afternoon. And I don't think Amy Merrick's could have even dreamt of a start as impressive as this. Short by Sunderland, picked up by McGowan. Blues 5 strong in attack here. Goodard just stealing in front of Smith, but it drops for Ag. Space for the shot, palmed away by Lambourne, who turns it round the post. Blues in a frenzy in front of the Sunderland net. A merciless siege as we look for 6. Quinn looking to turn scorer to provider with the corner kick. Lambourne meets it. Lawley off the line by Sunderland. Small mercies for the Black Cats. Blues so close to 6. Lambourne took a flap at it. Lawley connected at the back post. I think the decision went Sunderland's way regardless. There's McKenna battling away. Kitching. Eade. And pursued by Smith. McAteer runs into Lawley. There's McKenna. And Smith under pressure wins a goal kick. You see the Sunderland subs coming back to the bench, dejected. Since their bright opening, they've hardly had a sniff, Sunderland, and it's been a 5-star performance from Blues. There's Quinn, caught late by McAteer, caught heavily by Mary McAteer. McAteer will go in the book where she joins her goalkeeper, Demi Lambourne. Quinn. Well found by Smith. Akpan. Ag. Frenetic, fluid. Blues devastating. Harrison Murray now. Here's Lily Ag. It's Lily Ag! Straight to the arms of Demi Lambourne. But Blues just look like scoring every time we go forward. Dale. Eid. Deer. It's Dale who made the burst down the line, and Dale who's causing Niamh Heron one or two issues. Just shy of the corner flag, and Heron surrenders with the throw-in. McAteer, dealt with by Heron. Holloway. Akpan, smartly done. Smith looking to wriggle away with Fenton dealing with it on the deck. Fenton. Sunderland unable to put anything of note together. It's all got a bit scrappy for them as Charlie Devlin takes off her bib, is ready to go off the Blues bench. McAteer looking for the run of Dale, screened by Heron. Akpan does well to retain possession. This is Quinn. Quinn dancing in fields. Finds Smith. Smith into Quinn, who's on a hat-trick. Wasn't too far away from getting it. Just flashes past the post. And is Amy Merrick's going to deprive Lucy Quinn of finding that hat-trick goal. It's Lily Agg's number who's up. Charlie Devlin's number wasn't up as the fourth official, just needs to correct that on the device, but it is Devlin for Agg. So Lily Agg opening her accounts today. A well-taken header. And Tegan McGowan looks like the second player that's going to make way. So Tegan McGowan, what a debut she's had, instrumental in a handful of the 5 goals we've scored today. Brilliant debut for her. She's replaced by Ellie Mason, who will take up an advanced position down the left-hand side. Harrison Murray, reverse ball to find Devlin, and she slotted through. Ellie Mason into the side netting. Talk about almost making an instant impact. Number on the pitch, 10 seconds. And already the 2 substitutes almost linking up to devastating effect. Stapleton with nowhere to go, can only run out of play. And Sunderland crestfallen. We still have 15 minutes to go for Blues to add insult to injury. Holloway. Heron back to Thomas. And this is Lawley. And Lawley, that's expertly done to find Harrison Murray. And Blues up in droves. And this is McKenna. And this is Devlin. Mason! One pass too many, perhaps, on the edge of the penalty area for Blues. Just allowed Sunderland to get back in their shape and come out with the block. Devlin. McKenna. Being to it by McAteer. That's ricocheted off the referee. So we will have a drop ball. But the tempo unrelenting from Amy Merrick's Blues side. And Amy Merrick's demanding more on the sideline in front of me. Stapleton sends one long for Dale to give chase. Up against Lawley and Heron, and it's the Blues centre-back partners that come out on top. Quinn still searching for that hat-trick, remember. Agpan has made the burst in field. Quinn was searching for the 18-year-old, but Lambourne got there first. Harrison Murray. Devlin looking to smuggle it through for Smith. Extreme measures from Stapleton. 1,284 Blue Noses turning out for the opening fixture, and what a spectacle they've been treated to. A brace from Lucy Quinn, Ag, Yuri and Fuso on the score sheet to add up to what has been so far a 5-star performance. Amy Merrick shouting, begging for speed of play. That's the phrase she's using. Wants Blues to be merciless, relentless. Really put Sunderland to the sword. But it's the Black Cats who have turned possession back over as they search to just get on the score sheet with just under 15 minutes to go. And Mel Ray is going to make 2 more changes as she looks to do that. Libby McInnes, the first to be brought on. She will replace Katie Kitching. And Ellen Jones will replace Emily Scarr, who was Sunderland's top scorer last season with 7 goals. Has barely got a sniff this afternoon. She's been expertly marshalled by Rebecca McKenna on debut for Blues. Sunderland search for a goal so far in vain. Just under over 10 minutes to go as McAteer spins away down the right-hand side. Pulls it across the penalty area. And that just about sums up Sunderland's luck, but it was a decent hit on the edge of the penalty area. Lucy Thomas, who hasn't been in the action that much for the past hour or so, still staying on high alert to prevent Jenna Deere opening the scoring. Hoisted in. So Blues had that got there first, but Sunderland's only real look in this entire second half. Cannon from the edge of the penalty area, ricocheted off their own player, and then Libby McInnes denied by Lucy Thomas. Harrison Murray onto Smith, and the retreating challenge from Stapleton, ricocheting back off Libby Smith and away for a throw-in. Quinn robs possession towards the byline, lining up in the middle. Blue shirts, not in more up than out by Sunderland. And there's McKenna looking to keep it alive, and hooked away by Deere, only as far as Heron. Come for Jones, and Jones just ran their play by a combination of McKenna and Lawley. Given away by Blues. McAteer can't capitalise. And there's Holloway to carry forward, and Holloway will carry on. And Holloway is spoilt for options. Bex Holloway to the edge of the Sunderland penalty area, caught in multiple minds, didn't know what to do. And in the end, robbed of possession rather effortlessly by the Black Cats. Akpan was caught. But what a run by Bex Holloway. Sunderland just inviting her to bring the ball forward. And she said, thank you very much. Just couldn't decide what to do with the final ball. And in the end, dispossessed. Quinn has the reverse ball again. She's asked a lot of Holloway, but she's got there and pulls it across the 18-yard box. It's a Sunderland body that she finds first, though, as the Black Cats clear their lines. Quinn wanted too much time. There's McAteer. Scoops it towards Dale, fielded by Heron. And she's just caught from behind as she looked to clear her lines. Free kick Blues. McKenna. Mason. McAteer, who's certainly made a difference since coming on. Mary McAteer for Sunderland. Wins her side a free kick. And now we're going to see the first appearance of the season for veteran Louise Quinn for Blues. And she will replace Gemma Lawley. Louise Quinn, who missed a large part of last season with a shoulder injury. She was called up once again to the Republic of Ireland squad over the summer. And Gemma Lawley, who has been largely faultless alongside Niamh Heron at the back this afternoon, receives a huge embrace off her manager Amy Merricks as she makes her way to the bench. Gemma Lawley replaced by Louise Quinn. Holloway. Been another standout performer this afternoon for Blues at left back. There's Devlin. She's picked out Mason. Smith was waiting in the middle. Annie Mason's cross. Cannon's behind off of Goodard. Blues corner. Devlin's corner kick, right into the thick of it. Quinn showed an interest. Akpan, Harrison Murray smartly back out for Devlin. Devlin waltzing into the penalty area and winning his second consecutive corner. And it's all hands to the pump for Sunderland. Damage limitation on their agenda. As for Blues, in search of a sixth. Devlin. Quinn again arriving, taken off her head. Lucy Quinn back into the mixer. Harrison Murray looking to waltz her way into a shooting position. Swept away by Sunderland. Counter charge down the left. Led by Ellen Jones. Squaring up McKenna. Jones. Brilliant by Heron. Absolutely brilliant by Niamh Heron, who has not put a foot wrong all afternoon. Really was one of the standout players last season for Blues. Today against her former club has picked up where she left off last season. As it's swung in by Sunderland. Holloway can field that. And there's Devlin, brilliant skill. And the break is on. Devlin. Smith to her right. Mason up an attack as well. Smith takes it on herself. And the effort sails over the crossbar. To be fair to Libby Smith, didn't have much on. Mason was arriving down the left-hand side. Devlin was arriving into the penalty area, but both options were well marshalled by Sunderland. But the effort in the end sailing over the goal into the Gilmerick. Helped on for McAteer. And McAteer sweeps across the 18-yard box. Nobody home in a red and white shirt. We've got about 3.5 minutes to go of the 90. Blues just looking to cap off what has been a statement performance on the opening day of the Women's Championship. Mason. Mason gliding towards the edge of the penalty area. Offloads to Devlin, who is onside, just about manages to keep it alive. And that will be a Sunderland throw. You know, as much as Blues have blown Sunderland away at times this afternoon, Amy Merricks, as the self-admitted football addict that she is, will still have spotted issues. There's been a few sloppy moments, a few moments of turnovers that could have been avoided. She's a manager that strives for perfection. And you can see all the meticulous work that has been going on in the summer with that pre-season camp in Spain, those pre-season games where Blues knocked up some victories over a few notable teams. All of that has come to a head today. And against the team who were very much in the frame for promotion last season, Blues have completely blown the Black Cats away this afternoon. And Sunderland have 5 minutes more to endure here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. And that's what's been added on at the end of proceedings. Sunderland just about hanging on. Anywhere will do for them in the first minute of 5 added on here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Lucy Thomas, 9 clean sheets. Last season she was pipped to the Golden Glove by Claudia Moen, Sunderland's goalkeeper last season, and she's going to start off her tally this afternoon. And Amy Goodard is the most recent recipient of the referee's yellow card. McKenna. All the 3 debutants today, McKenna, Akpan and McGowan, real standouts this afternoon. Blues have clearly done their homework. Amy Merricks in the recruitment department. Some real talent recruited in the summer window, a window that's open until the 13th of September. So we'll see if there's any more signings to be had. Any more recruits and additions to this already impressive side. Mason. Blues looking for a 6th in stoppage time. Akpan pulls the trigger, cut across it as it sails harmlessly wide. One for Quinn to give chase and Quinn to conspire with Thomas to mop things up. There's Quinn. Just about smuggles the ball to McKenna, but it's Quinn who's lost it. Dale. Sunderland looking for what would be a large consolation at this point. Flashed across the 6-yard box. Well fielded by Lucy Thomas. Holloway. Harrison Murray. Well, there's some more fireworks on the opening day for Blues. Anywhere will do for Sunderland. Anywhere will do. What has been a start of nightmares for the Black Cats. Quinn holds off Dale. Rolls it back to Heron. Quinn launches down the right-hand side. Has asked a lot of Libby Smith. Too much of Libby Smith. And there is the full-time whistle. A 5-star performance on opening day. Even Amy Merricks couldn't have dreamed of a better start to her full season in charge of a new era at Blues Women. Kicked off with a statement win over one of last year's standout promotion candidates who were restricted to first gear throughout by Blues. A brace for Quinn either side of half-time. Ag and Yuri got in on the act in the first half, and then Ivana Fuso topping off the 5-star performance, sweeping home into the bottom corner. Standout performances for the new signings as well. McKenna, Akpan and McGowan impressed. But for Blues, it's a message to the rest of the Women's Championship. Promotion to the Women's Super League, the only thing on the agenda this season. Blues have gone away in the summer, added some new recruits to their ramparts, and boy, do we look impressive. It's finished here on the opening day of the Women's Championship. Blues 5, Sunderland 0. Keep right on, Blue Noses.
said football isn't for everyone. They said football isn't for us. A different team, but still our blue. They said we're not strong, skillful, fast. They said no one watches, that no one cares, that there's no history. We say, see for yourself.
Do you know?